But I don't agree with Sanji kicking Luffy. Like, I hated that scene when he kicked Luffy.
So you didn't like Sanji kicking Luffy?
Hell
Telling him,
no.
Hell no.
Luffy was not wrong. Luffy wasn't wrong at all. Like, Usopp was wrong.
Look. Luffy wasn't wrong.
No.
He wasn't wrong on the stance that he took, but he was wrong. He was wrong with saying you can leave.
Bro,
Sanji, look, you got to think about it. This is a group of friends. So Brago, let's say that we and I know that the Straw Hats haven't been friends for a very long time at that point in the story.
Right.
But let's say that like the thing is that they're all risking their lives together to go on sea and to go after something that they don't even know exists at this point. Like, they're just going for shits and giggles. Like, hey, let's go fucking do this. So,
Matt, okay, go ahead, finish.
I'm just saying, like, it's a group of so there's a group of friends. There's a group of friends that are all like tightly knit, and because of a disagreement, one of the friends one of the friends is just like, well, bro, if you don't fucking agree with me, then you can fucking move your then we don't have to be friends anymore. Then you can see your ass out of the group. Like, dude, if I was to say that in a group with like my friends, someone would jump in and be like, yo, Matt, you're taking it too far. It doesn't have to go that far.
Is he really taking it far? It's a life and death situation.
Right. Here's the thing, Matt. You have your crew, right? And you have your ship, right? Your ship is about to sink, and you had a specialist look at it, and they said, listen, man, this isn't going to make it any further. You need to get rid of it, right? And you have someone that's really attached to the ship. Somebody's really attached to the ship, and then they're like, what kind of captain are you? Right? What kind of captain are you? He was questioning Luffy as a captain. He's questioning Luffy's ability to lead. He's questioning Luffy overall. Then he put his hands on him. Right? And he put his hands on him. And it's like, at that point, it was just like, they tried to reason with him. Like, this was a full discussion where Luffy's like, listen, I had the specialist look at the ship, right? And Luffy even said, we all feel the same way you do. We all do. But at this point, we have to move on from Mary. And Usopp was saying, no, I'm going to patch it up like I always do. And everybody was like going along with Luffy. At the end of the day, and he tried to equate the ship as like one of the...
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't agree with like Usopp equating the ship as one of the crewmates.
Yeah, he was saying, yo, it's one of the crewmates. And Luffy was like, come on, like, I get it, but at this point, we have to move on it. And then when Usopp grabbed him, then Luffy
this is exactly why.
Wait, hold on. Usopp grabbed him. Then Luffy pushed him off. Then Usopp grabbed him. Then Luffy was like, alright, yo. Like, if you don't agree with the fuck I'm doing, you can get the fuck off the ship. Then Sanji came out of nowhere and kicked him. Like, at no point I don't agree with Sanji kicking Luffy out of nowhere. Like, no.
This is exactly why I did not feel any emotion whatsoever with Luffy versus Usopp, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of crap for this.
Nah, you tripping on that?
Oh, you tripping, bro? You tripping on that?
I cried,
bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
When I seen that shit, man, like, bro, just whenever Luffy, whenever he was bending down, and he called him an idiot, and then he's like, "You knew you couldn't defeat me, bro."
Because I think what got me was when Zoro said, "Can't waver."
Yeah, when when Luffy was crying and he pulled his hat down, and you're like, "You're the captain, bro. You can't waver. You can't."
It's heavy. When Luffy said it's heavy, I was like,
he said the burden is heavy. Yup, yeah. Bruh, that shit is like
the reason why I didn't like. Okay, how long have you guys been watching One Piece?
Bro, I've been caught up with One Piece
about 10 years or so.
When did I catch up to One Piece?
You've been reading One Piece for 10 years?
Yeah,
bro, me too.
I've only been reading One Piece for 2 years.
I think I've been caught up to One Piece for like since it's either 2006. Yeah, I was in 2007.
I will never forget the chapter I got caught up on, because it was literally the perfect chapter to get caught up on. It was 783, the chapter right before Gear 4.
Wow, that's
I watched it for a little while when I was like young, and then I for some reason I dropped it. I guess it was because it's hard to watch because like they just showed reruns on like Cartoon Network and shit like that.
And they
But then
disrespected the fuck out of One Piece with
exactly
14.
with the other version or whatever. But then I think like 3 years ago is when I started watching again. I was anime only up until like I forgot it was Punk Hazard right when we got to Punk Hazard, and I got really excited and I started reading, and then I caught up since then.
The reason why I asked you guys how long have you been watching this is because I've just recently caught up to One Piece like about 3 years ago, and the way I watch shows, and I caught up to the anime, so I went through Usopp versus Luffy with the anime. I think things of how I would handle the situation or how I perceive things to be. So I was like, what the hell is Usopp doing? Why the hell is he disrespecting the captain? He's saying he's trying to Luffy's trying to look out for him, and he's disrespecting the captain. What the fuck is he doing?
I felt it, bro, because it's like it's the ship, man. It's
Yeah.
what his journey started with that ship. It meant
like-
everything to him, and Luffy was just trying to discard it like it was
Well,
not like it was
Luffy
nothing.
wasn't
But
saying it was nothing. He was just
Yeah.
saying like we have to move on from this ship.
And the thing is that Usopp wasn't in the wrong for what he did, but at the same time, like you could see where he was coming from.
Dude, he's wrong.
No. Oh no, that's what I meant to say. You could tell Usopp was in the wrong, but you could see where he was coming from.
but
Yeah,
I saw
You could empathize with him.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get we have to move on from the ship, but at least let us take a piece of the ship with us. We can't just discard. Like, let's take something from the ship so we can always remember the ship. Don't
but it
tell
was like
to risk everyone alive. And then he said, if you're the Luffy I know, you would just discard the ship. What do you mean by that?
Yo, but not you know what? One thing that I didn't like that Usopp said throughout that whole thing was how he started talking about well, yeah, I guess you'll just you'll just leave me like you did with Mary, because I think that's what prompted Luffy to
It triggered him. Yeah.
That stuff ticks me off because that's the kind of thing that my brother says. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's why that was so good, because it was like literally the first conflict that we had ever seen between the Straw Hats.
It was
Like,
good. It was really good. It was.
bruh, I
That's
gotta
actually
go back and
why-
I gotta. Oh man,
that's actually why it had so much value to me, because I saw Usopp's perspective not as a ship, but it was as like another person. Like this ship
Right.
meant as much as another person. For us to like, it was somebody dying, and now we're just gonna forget about it. That's why I saw it as like so hard to let
Let's
go.
have a
And
funeral.
why I agree.
Let's have a funeral. But at this point, this person, like, it's like this person, right? You're on a battlefield, and this person, they don't have legs anymore. You expect us to carry this person the rest of the way? At some point, you gotta say, all right, we gotta have a funeral. They're about to die anyway.
Can I shift the conversation real quick? You guys know who Ugly God is?
god damn it,
Ugly God. He's a rapper.
Fruit, don't do it.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna link this song in the chat. You don't have to like it if you don't want to, but listen to this song and think of dude. Ugly God sounds exactly like Grim, bro. He has the same exact voice, bro. Ugly God is Grim confirmed.
That's Grim's side hustle.
Yes, bro. They had the same exact accent, bro.
What accent is that?
Oh, that's not an accent, bro. I can't describe it, bro.
They're both black. Huh? Let me see.
Hey, y'all watch SourceFed?
That's the extent of the song is called. It's literally called "Bitch." Okay. I mean,
If you get in the verse, you can actually hear him hear him talking.
Anthony Duncan has donated to that. He said, Usopp knew before them when they were on Stack Hero. So he knew it was fun. They said, that's why I'm not a Straw Hat. That means you get your companion like that. But the thing is, Luffy wasn't trying to do it at first. Luffy, they went and they talked to the people and he got advice from the specialists. And they said, you gotta move on from the shit. I just felt like I didn't agree with Sanji kicking Luffy, and I didn't agree with Usopp going as hard as he did. I mean, I got it.
I kind of agree with. Wait, are you talking about Sanji kicking Luffy with this Usopp situation, or are you talking about now?
The Usopp situation.
Oh, I kind of agree with what he was saying though, because Luffy was about to say shit that he didn't really mean. Like he didn't need to go that far with it.
Really? So if you're the captain of a crew and a crewmate attacks you pretty much and calls you out saying that you're not really a leader, like you're gonna discard all of us the way you're doing the ship, Like,
And
if he's questioning all your, at this point, Luffy, for the most part, right? Especially this, Luffy has always been a happy-go-lucky person, right? So that's like the manager of somewhere. Like, normally they let you get away with anything. You can do whatever you want. And this one time they're telling you this is going to better the department, or this is going to better the company. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? No, you're not doing that. We don't agree with that. Like, this one time I'm doing this, you're going to try to put your hands on me. Come on. And then you're going to say that I'm going to discard you when I've literally been, like, your best friend this whole time. I mean, it's like, it's one of those where it's like, Luffy really didn't mean that as far as him leaving the ship, but sometimes it's like tough love.
Yo, I mean, but look, man, the way that it was just like, dude, I can see both sides. I can see both sides, and I don't think it was a matter of who was right and who was wrong, because they even told Usopp, "Yo, shut up! Like, stop!" Like they told Usopp and Luffy like pretty much the same thing. But like I said, Usopp came, or Luffy crossed the line whenever he was about to say something that he didn't mean.
But did he end up saying it anyway?
No, he didn't.
He was about to, and then he started saying it, and then Sanji.
He was about to, and that's why Sanji kicked him, and then Usopp finished his sentence for him.
That's what I'm saying. It pretty much came out anyway. Luffy should have just said it.
But no, because he didn't mean it, and that's not that.
Did he really not mean it? Because Luffy
at that point,
at the time,
Usopp was literally like, they said you would be a bad leader if you let that take you off the composure. No. Here's the thing: if you're a bad leader, you're a bad leader if you constantly let people disrespect you as the leader, call out your actions, and basically question all your decisions. That's when you're a bad leader. Then all the other people saying,
I think both of those statements are right, though. Like, I think to be a good leader, you need to be somewhere in the middle. Like, you need to understand when someone's like emotional about something that matters to them, and like talk it through without saying shit that could make the situation even worse. Like, by him saying basically get off the crew, that just made the whole situation worse. If he had just sat like and actually talked it through a bit more, they could have come to like some resolution.
What he said was like he already put his foot down by saying, "I'm the captain and this is my order. This is what we're doing." That right there was him laying down the law.
But he doesn't do that often. Every time he does it, you have to go along with it. It's like, all right, Luffy isn't ready to sway. He must feel strongly about this. This is the captain at the end of the day. This is what it is. You can offer like, okay, alternatives as far as like how can we keep a memory of the ship. Like, we don't want to forget the Mary. But at this point, the Mary is no longer.
You got a $2 donation.
Oh, Chef Malo, $2 says, but Usopp was right. The Mary saved him. And yeah, right, the Mary saved him. But we don't want to forget the Mary. But at that point, leaving everything up to the Mary, you're putting the rest of the crew in danger. You're putting your whole like journey in danger. And it's like, you have to move on from it.
Yeah,
you have to. But I do
don't know, like,
understand
think about it in a family way. So like, imagine if you're in your household, right, and then like, let's just say your child like disrespects you and shit, and you tell him to leave the house and never come back, right? Your wife slaps you for that. Is she wrong?
No, that's a complete.
You know what I mean? Like, you saying that just made the whole situation worse.
Whoa. That's different.
Yo, let me ask y'all this, because I've been saying this for a while. I think Zoro, well, if the Jinbei joins the crew, I think that this is going to be like eliminated from the from the equation. And I think that Jinbei's joining the crew 100%. But could you guys see Zoro or another like crew struggle, like between like the entire crew on something that they don't agree on, and then someone threatens to like leave the crew, or someone actually does leave the crew, like, and
I feel like it would have to be Zoro, but oh man.
I think that the only logical thing right now would be possibly Zoro, and the reason why I say Zoro is because Zoro's been saying throughout, like throughout the New World, Luffy, this is the new world. We got to get serious. Like,
Get your act together.
You know, get your act together. He's been like trying to get him in check, and Luffy still just does what the fuck he wants to do. And I think me and Brago have both said it. So like Luffy needs to get his act together, and he needs to realize that he is like that he puts people in compromising situations.